At the target, aim for the bullseye. That's right.
Hi, I'm Alicia Malone and welcome to TCM Imports. Tonight we have just one film for you, but it's an epic that will take you on a voyage across the globe. Directed by German filmmaker Wim Wenders and featuring an international cast, it's Until the End of the World from 1991. Wim Wenders conceived this film as the ultimate road movie, and he filmed in 15 cities across 9 countries on 4 continents over almost a year, with the budget ballooning to over $20 million. It's a big movie set in the future of 1999, where a satellite hurtling toward Earth brings out the doomsdayers. French actress Solveig Domontan, who had previously starred in Wenders' Wings of Desire, stars as Claire, and the film opens with Claire partying in Venice, where she has escaped after learning that her boyfriend Jean, played by New Zealand actor Sam Neill, had been unfaithful to her. A chance accident changes the course of Claire's life, especially when she picks up a hitchhiker named Trevor, played by American actor William Hurt. Claire becomes obsessed with Trevor, chasing him all over the world, alongside a bounty hunter played by Australian actor Ernie Dingo and a private detective played by German actor Rüdiger Folger. You'll also see plenty of other familiar faces throughout Claire's journey, including Max von Sydow, Jean Moreau, Chishu Ryu, and David Gulpilil. A good portion of the film is set in Coober Pedy, an opal mining town in Australia, and many Indigenous Australian actors were cast, including Ernie Dingo and David Gulpilil. Wenders began thinking about the idea for this film after visiting Australia in the late 1970s, where he became fascinated with Indigenous culture, which is deeply rooted in nature, music, storytelling, and dreaming. All right, are you ready? Sit back and relax, because here is Until the End of the World. Isn't it interesting to see the addiction to technology experienced by Claire and Trevor watching their own dreams on the screen, and to think about how that has manifested today in phone addiction? Anyway, when director Wim Wenders edited Until the End of the World, his first cut was almost 8 hours long. For its release, he was forced to slash the runtime to 2.5 hours, which he hated, calling it a Reader's Digest version. The film was met with ambivalence by critics and audiences and was largely forgotten until 2015, when Wenders premiered his director's cut, the version we just watched, at the Berlin Film Festival, followed by a small release as part of a retrospective of his films, and in that context, his ambition was finally appreciated. But even before the film gained fans, the soundtrack was popular, filled with tracks by Talking Heads, U2, R.E.M., Lou Reed, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and many more. Starting in 1990, Wenders approached all of his favorite artists to see if they would contribute a song, asking them to record the type of music they imagined would be in vogue by the end of the 90s. They all came through, and the soundtrack became a hit when it was released in 1991. That's all for TCM Imports this week. Join me back here next Sunday night. But right now, keep watching TCM, because after this break, we're kicking off a day of movies written by Betty Comden, starting with a 1947 musical comedy starring June Allison and Peter Lawford. Stay with us.
Next on TCM, good news. Then, It's Always Fair Weather. And later, Singing in the Rain. We're laughing at clouds on TCM today.